rock it. So this is a trick that I first saw by Michelle C. Smith, and I will tag her video in this. I think you guys should check it out because my mechanics are pretty much identical. The only thing that really changes, at least for me, is she obviously is using a staff. I don't know if this makes a huge difference, but she goes from about, straight above her head and drops this thing down, whereas I'm just a tad more out. And I think that's just because that's where I lock my hand out at. So key point of this is definitely lock both arms out. And then this one, your palm is just gonna dip down, the arm is not gonna move, and you're gonna let them fall right out of that, and gravity will take them straight into your other hand. All right, so I would say that overhand is definitely the easier way to learn this, both for the release and the catch, because with the release, you're not as tempted to throw it behind you. When you're flicking it with your palm down, you tend to want to really flick it like you would any other aerial, and that's obviously not what we're going for here. So with the overhand, it's way easier just to let them roll right out of your hand. You're not thinking about throwing it, especially if you're thinking about keeping your arm straight. You can only go so far up, right? You can go way further down. And then as far as the catch goes, it's easier in the overhand because you're going to have your palm facing up and they're going to land flat into your palm, which is much easier to catch than the other direction, because when we're doing it, throwing them down, your arm needs to be to the side, but your palm needs to be facing the back, because if your palm is facing up, as soon as you catch one handle, the other handle is coming around and it's going to smack your fingers, and after a while that gets really old. So I would definitely learn this going overhand first, and in order to do that, we're going to do our reverse figure eights, or you can just do a reverse spin behind your arm. And spinning, bring your arm up to about 2 o'clock or wherever you feel comfortable. Lock the arm out. Lock your other arm out behind you with the palm facing backwards. And just let these roll right out of your hand. That way you get used to the catch. And then you can do it in the opposite direction, where we're releasing with our palm down. The other one, we're actually releasing and letting it roll over our hand. But again, we're not pushing either one of these. We're just letting them naturally roll with the momentum that they're already using. This is just like doing a front to back hand roll, basically. Except we are not going to turn our wrist in order to catch the other handle. We're just going to let it roll straight out. Definitely the easier way to learn this. I would start with this, and once you nail this, go to the opposite direction. It's very basic. You're just going to open up that hand, let the palm drop, and they should land right into that other hand. If they're falling too close and almost straight down, directly behind my back, it's because I didn't drop my hand far enough. If they're falling to my left side, it's because I've dropped too hard. So you've got to play with your range of motion. All right, so on the flip side of that, if you go to release and they hit you in the back of the arm, the back shoulder blades, or they're going too far behind you to catch, that's because your planes are off. Now, if your planes are off, that's probably because you didn't lock the arm out. So definitely make sure that's as far out as it can go, and you just want it a hair behind you here. Alright guys, I want to thank you for watching, and as always, if you have any troubles with any of these tricks, feel free to drop a comment and we will troubleshoot them together. Until next time, I'm Jason, this is Love Tricks.